listen closely. Right from the start, you can hear the fear in his voice. That little tremor, that's not bravado. That's a person who knows something's wrong. When you watch this, remember, a human life, a neighbor, a father, a man who's pleading for basic mercy. Okay. Over and over, like a rhythm that doesn't leave room for anything else. Every time a command repeats, listen to how his breath shortens. That repetition is supposed to be control. But control doesn't make a person invisible. It doesn't erase what's happening to him. I'm scared. He says he's scared. That one line, simple, honest, cuts through the noise. You can almost see the room tighten. That voice should have meant de-escalation. Instead, it becomes the most human testimony in the whole file. There's aggression in the background, yes. You hear the yelling, the strain. I've left out the worst of the cursing here, but you don't need the words to understand the force. The sounds tell the story. Hands, bodies, someone gasping. It's ugly. It's chaotic. And yet the man keeps speaking, pleading even, and that matters. Listen to how repeatedly they order him. Each command adds pressure. From an outside view, it's supposed to be procedure. From the inside, it's a person being pushed down step by step. The imbalance of power is plain as day. Lay on your belly. That position is vulnerable, entirely vulnerable. You never want to see a human reduced to that posture and then be left to fate. That moment should be about safety for everyone involved. Instead, it becomes a point where everything else spirals.
Put your hands behind your back. I am sorry. Put your hands behind your back. We're going to tase you too many times. We need some more units over here now.
Make sure union's rolling.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind. Let me see your fucking hands, motherfucker. Oh, God damn it, get up! Got it? All right. Blood all over. Oh, this guy ain't got.
Let's be clear and honest. He was a black man. That fact cannot be separated from how the system interacted with him. We have to ask plainly, would a white man in the exact same situation have been treated the same way? History, data, and countless other cases tell us that race changes outcomes in policing. That question isn't rhetorical. It's central. This file didn't just vanish. It triggered investigations, lawsuits, and months of public outrage. But investigations don't automatically equal justice. The court of public opinion is only one arena. We need transparent, fair legal processes and independent review. Transparency matters because trust has been broken. Part of watching this is holding two truths at once, acknowledging the difficulty and danger of policing, while also recognizing that danger does not justify taking a life or leaving a person.
Yeah, I got blood all over myself. We gotta go. I don't know what that is. Last time this happened, dude. They'll check them at the hospital. Make sure they ask. good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
don't you turn over.
All right.
Don't you turn over. You lay on your belly. Lay on your belly.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Don't lay on your fucking belly like
yes,
I told
sir.
you to. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Hey, right, I'll let you go. Did you send Captain my text? I called him. Okay. Said everybody's okay, but this is suspect. Not good. Oh really? Yeah. Like, what you mean not good? Like maybe 10-7. Like right now? He wasn't breathing when I put him in the ambulance. You're kidding me. That's what you said. I don't think he's even breathing. So, call the coach.
He's moved, rushed to the ambulance. You hear that on the ambulance. And it becomes a race against time that, tragically, he doesn't win. The words about rushing him to the hospital are supposed to comfort you. But now they arrive like echoes of failure. There's an officer who, on mic, confesses to using extreme force. I won't repeat the crude language, you've heard it. But focus on the admission itself. When someone says in their own recording that they went too far, that's not speculation. That's a confession captured in real time. At one point, he tries to humanize himself. I'm your brother. I'm your cousin. Any language that might spark recognition. It's heartbreaking because it reveals the basic instinct to reach for commonality when everything else fails. Listen to that line and ask yourself, if that were a white man saying it, would the response be different? Would the de-escalation be faster? That's the painful question this footage forces on us. The audio isn't neat. It's messy. Voices overlap, people shout, someone laughs nervously. That messiness hides responsibility if you let it. But the core facts remain. He was restrained, pleading, and then went limp. The sounds between those points are what demand examination. There's talk of a chase, a crash, speed, details meant to justify a heightened response. But remember, a traffic stop or a chase does not remove a person's right to be treated as a life, not a threat. The narrative that he was doing X is often used to obscure what was actually done to him after the stop. Someone mentions blood and spitting. Medical details are terrifying because they confirm physical harm. You don't need to hear more to understand that his body was failing.
West side of the road here, and kind of fishtailed, clipped that mailbox and just kind of rotated counterclockwise. He hit that, and then that's why I came in right there, because I was afraid he was going to try to pull back off that away. Wet? Huh? Wet? Probably. I'm just trying to keep him laying. Probably. I was going to sit him up, but I didn't want him spitting blood all over us.
Medical evidence and words like that should trigger accountability, not silence. There are moments where officers talk about photos, what to document. That should be about truth. But the way documentation is handled in this file raises questions about narrative control. Whose version is being preserved and whose is being erased? Those words, "he just went limp," land like a bell. Silence after that is where the weight of the whole recording sits. It's a pivot point, alive to unresponsive. Everything that comes before needs scrutiny.
All right,
Everything after needs answers.
Well, this guy was drunk, and I think he was wet.
Yeah.
And I beat the ever-living fuck out of him, choked him, and everything else trying to get him under control. And we finally got him in handcuffs when a third man got there. And the son of a bitch was still fighting, and we were still wrestling with him, trying to hold him down because he was spitting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just went limp.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought he was dead. We set him up real quick. He's on the ambulance en route to Glenwood, and I'm hauling ass trying to catch up to him.
You think y'all got no body cam?
Let's be clear and honest. He was a black man. That fact cannot be separated from how the system interacted with him. We have to ask plainly, would a white man in the exact same situation have been treated the same way? History, data, and countless other cases tell us that race changes outcomes in policing. That question isn't rhetorical. It's central. This file didn't just vanish. It triggered investigations, lawsuits, and months of public outrage. But investigations don't automatically equal justice. The court of public opinion is only one arena. We need transparent, fair legal processes and independent review. Transparency matters because trust has been broken. Part of watching this is holding two truths at once, acknowledging the difficulty and danger of policing, while also recognizing that danger does not justify taking a life or leaving a person without proper care. Training and accountability exist for a reason, to protect both officers and civilians. Listen to him again, not as a soundbite, as a person, his fear, his words, the breath that shortens. That is the human cost of failures we now must confront. When this ends, don't let it fade into your feed. Bookmark the humanity. Demand answers. Ask for body cam transparency, independent investigations, and reforms that actually protect lives. And never stop asking that central question. If this had been a white man, would it have played out the same way? He deserved to be seen as a person. We owe him that. We owe his family the truth. When the cameras stopped recording that night, the story should have ended with accountability. Instead, it entered a maze of confusion, silence, and pain that would stretch for years. Before the world said George Floyd, there was Ronald Greene. And for 5 long years, his mother carried that truth alone, whispering into a system that didn't want to listen. The first officer, Chris Hollingsworth, never faced trial. He lost his life in a single car crash in 2020, just days after learning that he was being dismissed from the force. His passing closed one chapter, but left behind more questions than answers. Then came Corey York, the trooper accused of pulling Ronald by his ankle shackles and forcing him face down. He was charged with official misconduct, but in October 2024, those charges were reduced through a plea deal. He walked out of court without serving a sentence that matched the pain left behind. John Clary, the highest-ranking trooper on the scene, was accused of hiding his body cam footage. Those charges were later dropped, and he was quietly reinstated to duty. John Peters and Dakota DeMoss, once facing obstruction and negligent homicide counts, also saw their cases vanish after prosecutors declared the evidence not enough to guarantee conviction. In plain words, accountability slipped through legal cracks. One by one, every door that seemed to promise justice slowly closed. For Mona Hardin, that wasn't just a legal outcome, it was another wound. Imagine 2 years of begging for footage, of being told her son died in a car crash, only to later watch the truth unfold frame by frame. She saw his last words. She heard his fear. She saw his body, marked and bruised. And through it all, she said the same thing. They lied. They blamed the crash. But my son's cries fell on deaf ears. Her strength turned her grief into activism. She showed up at rallies, in front of cameras, in courtrooms, a mother refusing to let her son's name be buried with the case file. To her, justice delayed isn't just denial, it's betrayal. Even after 5 years, she says, they're getting away with it. Her voice now echoes across the country as a reminder that truth can't be silenced forever. This case isn't just about one man in Louisiana. It's about the pattern that keeps repeating, where recordings appear only after families fight, where stories change, and where faith in justice fades with every press release. Ronald Greene's name now stands beside others, not as a headline, but as a warning. A warning that transparency should not take years, that truth should not depend on leaks, that accountability should not require national outrage. It's been said that sunlight is the best disinfectant. But how do we bring light into a system that keeps the doors closed? We can start by remembering, by saying his name, by refusing to scroll past stories like this one, and by asking again and again, if justice bends differently for different colors, then what does equality really mean? No law, no badge, no uniform should ever erase humanity. Because behind every case file is a mother, a son, a heartbeat that deserved to go home. To everyone watching, don't let this story fade into another forgotten headline. Share it, talk about it, demand policy change, because until there's accountability, there will be no peace. Ronald Greene deserved more than silence. He deserved truth. And truth is the least we owe him.